Restarting now. Okay? Alright. Do you remember what we were talking about?
Yes. We're talking about teenage kids from.
We were talking about Joe Rogan.
Oh, okay, further. My mind longer. Yes.
Alright.
You know,
And
it's for 12 years, so you know which they should get separated when he's done.
well, what I'm trying to, the basic premise of my point is this: is that if you were to, uh, you know, what Joe Rogan has done, was on his podcast, and like I said, I've been listening to it for 10 years. He was basically just a bunch of guys sitting around in a fort, smoking doobie, drinking shit, playing ping pong, talking stuff that you don't want your parents to hear. You don't want your girlfriends to hear. You don't even want your big brother to hear. You certainly don't want your teachers to hear, because you're talking shit about your teachers. You're talking shit about your school. You're talking shit about all those fucking, lame ass people that are the popular kids. And then, you know, and you're rolling around laughing about how funny that is. And then once you get paid $100 million, it's basically like, oh, now we're going to tell everybody in the school what we've been doing in the garage, during lunchtime, which was none of their fucking business to begin with. You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
So, so the point is, I don't have any sympathy for Joe Rogan for taking $100 million, and now he's getting a lot of scrutiny because it's basically like, oh, okay, here's what we've been doing in the garage for the past 4 years, talking shit about everybody in the school, and now I just got paid $100 million to talk shit about you, and now, you know, I don't expect you to go, oh, wait a minute, that's inappropriate, you know? Of course it's inappropriate. That was the whole fucking idea about it. You know, it, this was not supposed to be heard by the whole school. You get what I'm getting at?
It's like back when Joe Rogan had his podcast in the early days, 2000.
Yeah. It's you're talking shit about your bosses. You're talking shit about all the people that, piss you off. But now you're going to step up to the plate and say, okay, here's what we've been saying all these years. Well, of course you're going to get some pushback about that. Of course you are. Especially... You know how to bring it. I'm talking about a bigger philosophical point here. That's basically what Joe Rogan has been doing for the last 10 years. Sitting in a fort, talking shit, and now, yeah, he's gonna get some shit about that. That's obvious. You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, and it's stuff that all his buddies were saying. I mean, licking pussy like a monkey and bop 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 bop. That's not for the general public. Of course, you put that out on the broadcast news station. People are going to come after you. I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? I'm not saying he's a bad guy. It's just, he was doing it. I mean, all the stuff we were doing as kids, that was a secret. Smoking doobie in the, Jeff East's garage playing ping pong. We knew we weren't supposed to be doing that. And then now you're going to come out and say, I just got $100 million for the fact that all the shit we were talking about in Jeff Heath's garage. Well, you're going to get some pushback on that. And, hey, good for him, but, wait for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mom's not going to be happy. Dad's not going to be happy. Your girlfriend's not going to be happy. Your other friends aren't going to be happy. Your big brother's not going to be happy. Your little sister's not going to be happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your boss is not going to be happy. This is shit that people talk about behind closed doors.
Yeah.
You know?
And let me guess, because we're using these towards your podcasts or statute of limitations and filing patents or something.
What?
Or statute of limitations.
Bill, you're not even talking into the goddamn microphone!
Talk to you fine.
Well, I can barely hear it.
That's what I usually do. Hello?
Let me see how this recorded and I'll call you back.